The Tuna fire damaged our watershed above the city of Burbank. As a result of that damage, there's loose rock, soil, sediment, and other debris. This debris could wash down into residential neighborhoods, impacting our roads and residents that live along the watershed area. As a result, we're trying to inform and educate the neighborhood as well as possible to make sure that they're prepared and they can mitigate any potential impacts that may occur on their property. Los Angeles County Public Works is the county's flood control district for the entire county, and they manage our local watershed above Burbank as well as own and maintain several of the debris basins within the city of Burbank. Their engineers have been assessing the damaged watershed, and they're determining which homes may potentially be impacted by excessive water runoff as well as mud or debris flows. County Public Works engineers have gone door to door to those homes that they've identified as potentially being impacted and have provided individual post-burn mitigation advice. If they did not visit your residence, then your property was not determined to be within the potential impact area of the damaged watershed. These engineers assessed each property individually, along with the impact to specific property. County Public Works then provided individual written advice reports to those identified properties. This advice contains some generic preparedness information. However, the written report also contains advice specifically tailored for that particular piece of property. If your property was identified as one of the properties potentially impacted by the damaged watershed, and you weren't home at the time the County Public Works attempted to make contact with you, they left information for you to contact them. You can contact County Public Works directly, and they will schedule an appointment to come out and meet with you personally and provide that specific mitigation advice for your property. If County Public Works did not contact a particular property owner or resident, then that property was not determined to be potentially impacted by the watershed. This doesn't mean those residents or property owners shouldn't take a look at their property and identify if there are any low spots where water or mud may travel, or any vulnerable areas where water or mud could make it inside buildings. Residents and property owners should utilize sandbags, plastic sheeting, and boards to channel water and mud to mitigate water intrusion. There are several debris basins located in the foothills within the city. Some are maintained by the city of Burbank. However, the larger basins are maintained by the Los Angeles County Flood Control District. Both the city and the county have been working to make sure these basins have been cleared of any existing debris or sediment to ensure maximum capacity for future rain events. So you may have seen dump trucks as well as other equipment as part of this effort. Throughout the rain season, the debris basins will need to be maintained and cleaned out, so you may see these trucks again in the future. Both the city and the county are aware of the inconveniences and the impacts this may play on some of the smaller streets in the foothill neighborhoods. But I assure you, this action is needed, and we will do our best to minimize the inconvenience and impacts as much as possible. Debris basins are typically located at the mouths of canyons, and they're there to capture rock, debris, sediment washed out from these canyons during rainstorms. The basins are designed to capture this material but still allow water to continue to flow downstream. The debris basins may appear to be filling up. However, most of the debris has deposited at the bottom of the basin, and you may see dirty water rising as the basin appears to fill, and this may actually appear much fuller than it really is. As the dirty water rises, the water will begin to flow out through either the outlet tube or a drain with bars to prevent debris from going through. If for some reason the outlet tube or drains can't keep up with the intake of water, there are spillways built into the basin to allow the water to spill over and flow downstream to storm drains into catch basins located downstream. During significant storms, county and public works crews will be out continually monitoring these debris basins. It may be tempting during a storm to go look at these debris basins. However, it is important for the public to stay out of the fenced-in debris basin enclosures.